Oh my goodness. Retail investors have left the market. There's nobody else here, right? So people are depressed. People are down. A couple things I'm looking at, man. Okay, so there's two type of investors in the game. There's, your industry guys who might be the whales. They might be corporate investors. They might be hedge fund people, whatever. The big money people. It might just be individuals, whales with a boatload of money. Okay, that's who's in the market. Okay, since 2021, like the 2021 market didn't come like you thought, like we thought. I said it. I thought. Okay, so it's stretched into we're in 2022 now. That parabolic rise hasn't happened. So there's a few things that could be happening that's keeping it from happening. And I think it's the amount of new money at the level we're playing at when you're at 2.5, almost $3 trillion market cap. And you finally, after 13 years of Bitcoin, you've got yourself into the mainstream. And maybe we're not all of the way adopted everywhere, of course. But we've brought over enough big money attention, enough Wall Street stuff, that now we have the big money people playing with us. Okay, so you have your industry money people, I'm just calling it. Your whales, you're that. Corporate money, hedge fund, the big guys who are 2,500 Bitcoin in one transaction, that kind of people. Okay, and then you have what people call retail. That's us. That's private people. People that don't have $1 million in the game, or maybe not $10 million in the game. You're just $100 here, $50 here, maybe even a couple 100,000 whenever you start getting building up your stack. So imagine pros versus Joes. You know that old TV show where the guys that talk the most stuff that never played a game, and then they get to fight Roy Jones Jr. in a real fight. That's what we're doing here. Okay, we're dealing with people who've been doing money on markets, trading for a long time. You're not going to beat them. Okay, I think that's what's going on here. So 2021 was a year when I first heard of Wyclef distribution. Wait, what? I mean, Wyclef John. Wyckoff distribution, Wyckoff accumulation, the different phases of Wyckoff stuff. So that's the first time I heard that. Okay, that's supposed to be an insider trade secret, I guess. Like it's a technique that they use, and they build the charts in a certain pattern. There's also patterns that people see. Everybody's pointing out, like whether you're looking at the 1 minute chart or the 1 hour chart or the 1 day or the week or the month, whatever chart you're looking at. Right now, when everything's down, Bitcoin's at 40, what, 2 or 3, something like that. Now everybody's looking at this chart and say, hey, we got a head and shoulders pattern for me. Okay, that tends to break down. It's a bearish sentiment. Or we might have the double top pattern. They're pointing out all of these patterns that mean it's bearish, right? So when you couple that with the fact that nobody in retail seems to be here anymore, except you and me, because you stayed, you're still watching the video, that means you're still involved, and I appreciate that. And in fact, I would like it if you like and comment and subscribe, since I have your ear for a second. But also, there's not many retail people here, and there's not much new money coming in. Since retail in general, people just average small time investors, they tend to get in when the things go up. Like I said in my last video, they buy when it's high and they sell when it comes low. It's exactly the opposite. So the people who are in now, who stayed, are probably going to really get sweet. Now, if we look at the TA and you only invest by TA, whether it's the head and shoulders pattern we're looking at that some people can pull up, some people pull up the double top pattern. Both bearish patterns, right? That's what the likelihood is. In TA, just not 100%. When you look at TA, that's the likelihood. To my opinion, is the likelihood based on the psychology of people dealing with money. And they say it kind of determines how they're going to act. And then you chart how they did act. And then you look back on that. That's what TA is. That's how I look at it. So if everything's saying bearish sentiment, everybody knows why the Wyckoff distribution and accumulation. Once people learn that, rich people who know how to manipulate money, they know how to manipulate you out of your money. They know how to wait you out because they have longer money. Same as I said before also, the casino. When you go to the casino, the person with the longest bank wins. Because he can outlast you. He can make you cry waiting for the payday. And he can sit back laughing, eating pizza and sipping cognac. So that's what we're looking at. I think that's happening. And once you figure out what the big money's going to do, they change it up. I'm telling you, just we can look at TA, we can look at charts, we can look at any YouTube videos you want right now. They're all doing TA, showing you their little patterns and what's working and what ain't. I'm telling you, myself, I'm saying that I think this coin, this market is about to take off because there is almost nobody saying it's about to take off. And if you had a lot of money and you were trying to beat the broke guy out of his money, he didn't have the patience, he didn't have the money to be as patient as you. What would you do? Exactly what he doesn't want. So we're following the Wyckoff pattern. Why would you follow that? Everybody's been hip to it in crypto now. As soon as people catch on, you change the plan. Because your job isn't to make everybody happy. Your job is to take the money of everybody else. You don't just make money out of the air in crypto. You have to get it from somebody. Every win, every person is bragging about how many millions of dollars they made in crypto. There's people who ate that. That's their money. You took it off of them. You played it better. You deserve it. But sometimes. But that's the point. It has to come from somebody. So when everybody's talking about this, Wyclef is going here, this pattern is going here, everybody's saying it, I think they're about to shoot this to the moon. What did you say? If I'm the only one saying that tonight, actually I'm not going to put this out until the morning because I need to edit it. I don't know what I might say this time of night as sleep as I am. And I don't want bad things to come out. But I think this market is going to pump very soon because everybody now has been beaten so long and beaten so low or even exited the game that there's nobody else to wait for this for. Everybody's gone. Now, when you look at the analytics and you look at the on-chain stuff, people are still buying. The big money is buying Bitcoin and nobody's selling Bitcoin. Miners aren't even selling Bitcoin, so the supply of Bitcoin is going down. People are buying it or holding it is going up. The new wallet address counts is up, and the amount of Bitcoin on the exchanges is down. These are all big time bullish signs. Couple that with the fact that sentiment is crushed. People are leaving the market. People are selling their holdings, selling part to just exist, skimming off the top, whatever they're doing. We're at the bottom. There's nobody else to pick scabs off of. Okay? And it looks like, and everybody says in TA, we got 2-3 months maybe of this sideways choppy action, maybe dip a little bit more in Bitcoin before we finally catch a win. But even then, it's probably not going to be the parabolic pump that we waited for from October, November, December 2021. You're probably just not even going to get that. It's probably going to be a new kind of chart. No more 4-year cycle parabolic pump after the halving, year after the halving. Maybe that's done and we learned it on our dime. Like that's what you get with new technology. We're figuring it out. I'm still fine. It hurts sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. But I'm telling you, when everybody's recognizing these patterns and call them out, don't forget what the smart money says. It's going to be the opposite. They're not going to do what everybody's talking about because they're paying to this market. They're paying attention to this market as well. And they know more about it than most of us. So you got it. Look around at YouTube. Check this stuff out. Look at other people's videos. I'm telling you, everybody's reading TA and they say it's going down. It's going down. Now there's going to be some projects that pump in between there. So you can keep an eye out for those and learn and figure out where you want to put your money, what sector you want to put it in. You can find tokens in that sector and go ahead and dump it in. Everything's not going down. There's going to be coins that separate from Bitcoin now, the decoupling. So we're looking at Bitcoin for the overall feel of the market, but there's absolutely coins that can take off on the side. There's whole sectors that might take off, And NFTs, I think, have already decoupled from Bitcoin. They don't particularly run when Bitcoin's taking off. They run when things slow down. So a few ideas of something you can do in the meanwhile. But look at that. And I'm saying it here today. I think this market is about to take off because nobody's talking about it, and it seems like nobody's expecting it. And they bled it dry, and now the big people want to make their money. If you're still in it, I think you should hold on your horses because we're about to go on a ride. All right, guys, take care. Good luck, and I hope you make some money out there. I'll see you.